Hello guys, this is Kislev from Edureka, and today's session is on Introduction to the Google Cloud Platform. So before we move ahead to look at the agenda, if you guys have any topic in mind that you want Edureka to cover, let us know in the comment section below. So in this video, I'll be covering these topics. I'll start with the growth of cloud computing and will explain what is Google Cloud Platform. Then we'll discuss the various cloud providers and learn why GCP is the most preferred cloud service provider. Moving forward, we'll discuss the various services provided by the Google Cloud Platform one by one in depth, and finally I'll finish off this video by showing you guys a few demos on how to use the Google Cloud Platform. So, in recent years, the market for cloud computing has grown unexpectedly, be it a large organization or small startups. They all use the cloud services in one form or the another. According to Gartner's prediction, the worldwide public cloud service market will increase from $146 billion in 2017 to $178 billion industry in 2018 and will continue to grow with an alarming rate of 22% annually. That's a very huge growth. Now, Google provides these cloud computing services. So let's understand what is Google Cloud Platform first. Now, Google Cloud Platform is a set of computing, networking, storage, big data, machine learning, and management services provided by Google that runs on the same cloud infrastructure that Google uses internally for its end user products, such as the Google Search, Gmail, Google Photos, and YouTube. So let's understand what is cloud computing. Now, cloud computing is basically getting the services you desire on your computer via cloud. Now, you do not need to buy thousands of servers or systems to work. Everything is managed by the cloud service provider. Now, cloud computing allows companies to avoid or minimize upfront IT infrastructure costs to keep their applications up and running faster with improved manageability and less maintenance. And that it enables the IT teams to adjust resources rapidly to meet the fluctuating and unpredictable demand. Now, there are many cloud providers in the market today, such as DigitalOcean, VMware, Rackspace, Amazon Web Services, the Google Cloud Platform, we have Microsoft Azure, Joynet, IBM Cloud, Terramark, and many more. So, what makes Google stand out from all these other service providers? Let us find out. So, first of all, it has a very active and a huge community support. Lots of cloud architects from Google actively participate in the community for all the queries. Plus, on their websites, you can find lots of tutorials which are really helpful if you are new to cloud computing. Coming to the second point, it is very cost effective. There are no upfront costs required in the Google Cloud Platform. It is on average 60% less for many compute workloads than other cloud providers, and it has zero paid upfront cost. That is, you do not need to pay any money while setting up your account and initializing the Google Cloud Platform. Plus, you get discounts for consistent usage of resources. And also, you pay per second, which is how a cloud should work. Coming on to the third point, the Google Cloud Platform is very flexible. Now, custom machine types is a feature of Google Compute Engine that lets you easily create a machine type customized to your needs. With custom machine types, you can create virtual machines with the optimal amount of CPU and memory required for your workload. Be it a single CPU machine or a 64 CPU machine, anything is possible. Now, Google Cloud Platform is highly scalable. It can be scaled according to your needs with virtually very less amount. Now, GCP is very reliable and secure. All the data is automatically encrypted when uploaded and decrypted when you use it. It is fully managed. That means all the services are fully managed by Google and they use their own infrastructure that they use for the daily purposes for the Google Cloud Platform as well. And lastly, now we can all agree that Google may not need any introduction for how fast they work or how fast their services are. Trust me when I say that they are fast, they are pretty fast. Now coming on to the Google Cloud Platform growth and market share. So from this graph, as you can see that Google has a very high annual growth rate. It is more than even 100%. So at this rate, there is no doubt that Google will one day become one of the most used cloud provider or the cloud service provider in the market. Now, Google Cloud Platform provides a lot of services. Here are some of the main services provided by the GCP. These are the compute services, the network services, cloud AI services, the big data services, as well as the storage services. Now we'll look at each one of these in depth one by one. So starting off with compute, GCP provides a scalable range of computing options you can tailor to match your needs. It provides highly customizable virtual machine and the option to deploy your code directly or via containers. Now coming to the Google Compute Engine, it delivers virtual machines running on Google's innovative data center and worldwide fiber network. Google Compute Engine's VM boot quickly, come up with high performance persistence and local disk options, and they deliver consistent performance. Now, Google App Engine is a platform for building scalable web applications. App Engine provides you with built-in services and APIs such as the NoSQL, data stores, Memcache, and a user authentication API, which is common to most of the application. Now, App Engine will scale your application automatically in response to the amount of traffic it receives. So you only pay for the resources you use. Just upload your code and Google will manage your app's availability. You do not need to provision or maintain a single server. Now, coming on to Google Kubernetes Engine, it is a powerful cluster manager system for running your Docker containers. Now, Kubernetes Engine schedules your containers into the clusters, keep them healthy, and manages them automatically based on the requirements you define, such as CPU as well as memory. Now coming on to the Google Cloud Container Registry, it is a private Docker repository that works with popular continuous delivery systems. It runs on Google Cloud Platform to provide consistent uptime on an infrastructure protected by Google's security. You pay only for the storage and the internet you use and nothing else. Now, cloud computing had made possible fully serverless models for computing where logic can be spun up on demand in response to events originating from anywhere. Now with Google Cloud Functions, you can construct applications from bite-sized business logic built to the nearest 100 milliseconds only while your code is running. Now coming on to the networking, we have the Cloud Virtual Network. With Google's Virtual Private Cloud (VPC) network, you can provision your Google Cloud Platform resources, connect them to each other using the Google-owned global network, and isolate them from one another. You can also define fine-grained networking policies with Google Cloud Platform, on-premise or other public cloud infrastructure. Now, you can scale your application on Google Compute Engine with the Google Cloud Load Balancing. Distribute your load-balanced compute resources in a single or multiple regions close to your users and to meet your highly availability requirements. Now, Google Cloud Load Balancing can put your resources behind a single IP and scale your resources up or down with intelligent auto-scaling. Coming on to the Cloud CDN, which is the Content Delivery Network, Google Cloud CDN leverages Google's globally distributed edge caches to accelerate content delivery for websites and applications served out of Google Compute Engine. Cloud CDN lowers network latencies, offload origins, and reduces serving costs. Now, Google Cloud Interconnect allows cloud platform customers to connect to Google via enterprise-grade connections with higher availability and lower latency than their existing internet connections. Now, these connections are offered by carrier interconnect service provider partners and may offer higher SLAs than standard internet connection. Now, coming on to the final segment of networking services, which is the Cloud DNS. It is scalable, reliable, and managed authoritative domain naming system service running on the same infrastructure as Google. It has low latency, high availability, and is cost-effective way to make your application and services available to your user. Now, Cloud DNS is programmable. You can easily publish and manage millions of DNS zones and records using their simple user interface, command line interface, or their APIs. Now, coming to the Cloud AI services, which are the machine learning services, Cloud AutoML is a suite of machine learning products that enables developers with limited machine learning expertise to train high-quality models by leveraging Google's state-of-the-art transferring learning and neural architecture search technology. Google Cloud TPUs are a family of hardware accelerators that Google designed and optimized specifically to speed up and scale up the machine learning workloads for training and inference programmed with TensorFlow. Google Cloud Machine Learning Engine makes it easy for you to build sophisticated, large-scale machine learning models that cover a broad set of scenarios, from building sophisticated regression models to image classification. It is portable, fully managed, and integrated with other Google Cloud Data Platform products, such as the Google Cloud Storage, Google Cloud Data Flow, and Google Cloud Data Lab. These are interconnected so that you can easily train your models. It also offers powerful video and image analysis, along with the best speech and text recognition we have seen so far. Now, with Google Cloud Platform, you can focus on finding insights rather than managing your infrastructure, and you can combine cloud native services with open source tools as needed, both in batch and streaming mode. Here comes the big data services. Now, Google BigQuery is Google's fully managed low-cost analytic data warehouse. BigQuery is serverless, there is no infrastructure to manage, and there is no need to guess the needed capacity or over-provision. You do not need a database administrator, you can just focus on analyzing data to find meaningful insights. Now, Google Cloud Data Proc is a managed Spark and Hadoop service which is used to easily process big data sets using the powerful and open tool in the Apache Big Data ecosystem. Now you can control your costs by creating managed clusters of any size in about a minute and turning them off when you're done, paying for what you use, not for the idle clusters. Now, Google Cloud Data Lab is an interactive notebook which is based on Jupyter and it is used to explore, collaborate, analyze, and visualize data. It is integrated with BigQuery and Google Cloud Machine Learning to give you an easy access to the key data processing services. Now coming on to the Google Cloud Pub Sub. It is a serverless, large-scale, reliable, real-time messaging service that allows you to send and receive messages between independent applications. You can leverage its flexibility to decouple systems and components hosted on the cloud platform or elsewhere on the internet. Now coming on to the storage and databases services, here we have the Google Cloud Storage. So Google Cloud Storage redefines what the industry can expect from online storage by providing a unified offering across the availability spectrum. From live data to archival solution data, everything can be managed by the Google Cloud Storage. Now, Cloud SQL is a fully managed database service that makes it easy to set up, maintain, manage, and administer your relational MySQL and PostgreSQL databases in the cloud. Cloud SQL offers high performance, scalability, and convenience. Being hosted on the Google Cloud Platform, the Cloud SQL provides a database infrastructure for applications running anywhere. Now, Cloud Bigtable provides a massively scalable NoSQL database suitable for low latency and high throughput workloads. It integrates easily with popular big data tools like Hadoop and Spark, and it supports the open source industry standard HBase API as well. The Cloud Bigtable is a great choice for both operational as well as analytic applications, including IoT, user analytics, and financial data analytics. Google Cloud Data Store gives you an elastic, highly available document-oriented database as a service. It is fully managed, so you do not need to deploy, update, configure, or manage your database solution. Now coming on to the final stage of storage services, which is the persistent disk. So persistent disk is a high-performance block storage service which is suitable for virtual machines as well as container storage. It offers unmatched price-to-performance ratio. You only pay for the capacity and you are never charged for the provision IOPS. Additionally, persistent disks offer multi-reader mounts and on-demand volume resizing to simplify operations. So now if you want to learn more about this database and storage services, we have entire video specified to this topic. Make sure you check out this in our YouTube playlist, the link to which is given in the description box below. Now coming on to the other services which are provided by the Google Cloud Platform, we have certain security tools. In that we have the Cloud Platform Security, the Cloud IAM, Identity and Access Management, and we have certain management tools in which we have the Stackdriver, we have some monitoring tools, logging tools, as well as error reporting tools. And in the development tools, we have the Cloud SDK, Development Manager, and we have some other tools for PowerShells or Visual Studios or for Eclipse, as a matter of fact. So now I think you guys must have a pretty good idea about the Google Cloud Platform and the various services which are offered by it. So now, Google Cloud Platform services are available in various locations. These locations are divided into regions and zones. You can choose where to locate your applications to meet your latency, availability, and durability requirements. Regions are independent geographic areas that consist of zones, and locations within the regions tend to have a round-trip network latency of just under 5 milliseconds. A zone is a deployment area for cloud platform resources within a region. So let's have a look at the various locations where the servers are located and the number of zones for that particular region. Here you can see that in total we have 15 regions where the servers are situated and with at least 3 zones in every region. Now, a few Google Cloud Platform services are managed by Google to be redundant and distributed within and across regions. These are the global or the multi-regional resources. These popularly include the BigQuery, data store, and the cloud storage. Now, regional resources are resources that are redundantly deployed across all the zones within a region. For example, App Engine applications. This gives them higher availability relative to the zonal resources. The zonal resources operate within a single zone. If a zone becomes unavailable, all the zonal resources in the zone are unavailable until the service is restored. So guys, let's have a look at some of the demos on the Google Cloud Platform and see how we can use it. So to use the Google Cloud Platform, all you need to do is create a free account or an enterprise grade account on the Google Cloud Platform and you'll be redirected to this page. Now, just tap on the Go to Console button and you will be redirected to the console. Now, console is nothing but basically a dashboard where you have the summary of all the resources and the project infos along with the billing details at one place. As you can see on the left hand side, we have the project info, the resources which we use, some of the tracing tools where we can trace our data, and we have certain getting started tutorials which are for the people who are new to cloud computing. So in the middle, you have the APIs in which you have the requests per seconds. On the right hand side, you have the Google Cloud Platform status, which provides you with the status of all the services which are running on a project. Below that, we have the billing details. So the billing are done as per the project basis. That is why every other project you select will have a different billing amount. Below that, we have the error reporting and the news, where you get some of the updated news on the Google Cloud Platform. And finally, you have the documentation section wherein you get the in-depth knowledge about the various services provided by the Google Cloud Platform, be it the compute engine, cloud storage, or the app engine. So suppose a company wants to shift from on-premises to the cloud storage or the cloud network, I must say. The basic requirement for any company would be some machines and the storage. So I'll show you how to set up a VM and a Cloud SQL instance and how we can use these instances together to get the desired result. So on the left hand side in this taskbar, you can see the various services. We have the compute, storage, networking, Stackdriver, which is the monitoring. We have the container registry. We have the big data tools, IoT tools, and so much more. So let's go to the compute engine section, and under that we have the VM instance. Let's click on the VM instance button. Tap on this create. You will be asked to enter certain credentials for the instance. So you need to input the name of the instance and select the zone where you need to deploy it. So here I'm selecting US East 1B. Now you have the option to select your machine types. Now look at this carefully. You have so many options of all the different types of CPUs with different permutations and combinations of the memories as well. So on the right hand side, you can see for this particular one CPU, which is having 3.7 GB memory, I have to pay a $24.67 per month. So for now on, this is fine. And below that, you have the option to select the boot disk image, which will be the base image for your virtual machine. Now I'm going to select CentOS 7. And just by that, tapping on the create button, and within seconds, your instance will be created. As you can see, it did not even take 20 seconds. So now that we have created the VM instance, let's go ahead and fire up this instance. So this VM instance has CentOS 7 as the base image, which comes with a pre-installed Java. Let's see if that's the case here. Not found the command, so that means we do not have Java installed. So let me first update the system. So our system is updated now. Let me install Java for you. Now it seems that Java is installed now. So let's check. Yeah, you can see that we have the Java 8 running, OpenJDK version 1.8.0. So in the similar manner, you can install any type of framework, be it Hadoop, Spark, or MySQL for a matter of fact. So now that we have created this instance, let us go ahead and create the SQL instance as well. Go to the SQL section under the storage, tap on the create instance. Here you have the option to select or to choose between the MySQL or the PostgreSQL. As you can see, the PostgreSQL is in beta format. I'll go ahead with MySQL. Now again, you have two types of Cloud SQL instances. We have the MySQL first generation and the MySQL second generation, which is recommended as it has high performance and storage capacity. You can see it has 7 times the throughput and the 20 times the storage capacity than the first generation, and is less expensive than the first generation for most of the use cases. And it supports MySQL 5.6 and 5.7. So let me select the second generation. Again, you need to put in the instance ID and the root password you want. And you have the option to select the region as well as the zone. If you guys remember, I selected the US Central 1B for the VM instance, the same I'm going to use for my SQL instance as well. It all depends on your requirement, where you want it, according to the latency or the traffic requirement you have on your website. It all depends on that. It will take a few minutes to load the instance and create it. So as you can see, our SQL instance is also created. Now we have to connect our SQL instance and the VM instance. Now it's a two-step process. First, we need to connect it externally. So let's go into the SQL instance. As you can see here, you have the options to select the users, create a user for the MySQL instance. You have certain databases. By default, we have 3 databases, which are the information schema, MySQL, and the performance schema. You have certain authorization, SSL, and backup changes also. Now let's go to this edit part on the top. And under authorized network, you need to add a network. You need to provide a name for the network, and you need to provide the IP address of the engine or the VM instance you are using. So let me just copy the external IP here. Paste it and just tap on the save button. Now externally our work is done. Our SQL instance is connected to the VM instance. Now our VM instance does not have MySQL in it. So first we need to install MySQL. So we'll do that in the same process we did for installing Java. We'll use the yum commands. Just type in sudo yum install MySQL. And now MySQL is installed. Now we have to connect our MySQL, which we installed here, to the MySQL instance, which we connected to the VM instance. Now coming on to the step 2 of the connecting process. So to connect it internally, we have the following command. As you can see here, we have the MySQL --host, and we have the instance IP. So now this instance IP is for the MySQL instance which we created. So let me go ahead and copy the SQL instance. See, here we have the public IP address. Just copy this one, paste it here. Now here you have the option to select the user and a password. So you remember guys, I showed you that you can also create your own user. So I'll create a user for this specific task. That will give us more clarity and more flexibility. So within seconds, your user is also created, as you will see here. See, within seconds, our user was created. Now let's get back to that page, the shell. Here I'll enter the username as Kissler and the password. So now we are in the MySQL shell. Now this MySQL is connected to this MySQL instance here. So let's go ahead and see the databases first. As you can see, we have the information schema, MySQL, and the performance schema as well, which will be the same as here. Now you can create a database from here as well, but I prefer to use the shell. So let's create a database. Now if we do show databases, we have the demo database here. And when I refresh this page, you'll see we have a demo database showing here as well. See, here we have the demo database. You can delete it from here or from the shell or from the VM which you are using. So guys, this is how you connect a particular VM instance to a SQL instance which is used for storage. You can connect any type of storage instance to any type of VM instance, and you can use your own virtual private network for all the other purposes as well. So guys, I hope this demo of the Google Cloud Platform was helpful to you. So if you have any queries regarding this session or regarding any of the Google Cloud Platform videos, feel free to mention it in the comment section below. Now, Edureka also provides a certification training on the Google Cloud Platform. To know more about the training, you can visit Edureka's website and search for the Google Cloud Architect Certification Training. Now, here you can find all the details of this training, like the topics covered, the various projects, and the batch timings. So, a particular course or the training is divided into modules. So inside the course curriculum, you can find the modules and the topics covered in that particular module. So when you enroll for the training, you will have access to the LMS, which is the Learning Management System. Here you will find all the training related content like the presentations, the case studies, the data sets, and the class recordings in case you missed a class. So thank you for watching.
I hope you have enjoyed listening to this video. Please be kind enough to like it, and you can comment any of your doubts and queries, and we will reply them at the earliest. Do look out for more videos in our playlist and subscribe to Edureka channel to learn more. Happy learning!